is a News Channel 25 special report.
And we continue our breaking news coverage of this deadly biker gang shooting in Waco.
It's at the Twin Peaks restaurant in Central Texas Marketplace. Another press conference going on now. Let's go there live. Well, they're not quite ready to go, but we should tell you 9 people are dead. 8 were shot and killed at that restaurant or in the parking lot of that restaurant earlier today, about 12:15. One more person died at the hospital. All of the dead are members of a biker gang. Now, could be one of 2 or 3 biker gangs. We don't know yet which ones those are. Police are not saying to give them that publicity, and police are also concerned about retaliation and payback coming up. This was the scene earlier. The credit there from Dustin Pachowski of a picture. It happened about 12:15. Police were already on the scene. They were concerned. They had heard that there were going to be a large number of bikers gathering at that Twin Peaks restaurant at Central Texas Marketplace.
And they say they had been working with the management at Twin Peaks, but not getting much cooperation from the standpoint of allowing these violent groups to come in and take part at their restaurant. The fight apparently started inside the restaurant, then moved outside. There was fighting with feet and hands, bicycle chains, even a club, and then it escalated from there and gunfire started.
Now, Patrick Swanton from Waco PD told us that they had the SWAT team on standby and ready because they anticipated there might be some trouble today after this meeting, and we're told that that indeed did happen, of course. And now bikers are gathering at different areas around Waco, we're told. Police are providing security in some of those areas. There have been other arrests at the Waco Convention Center, also at a convenience store at Bagby and New Road, just up the street from the TV station here. And police are on guard looking for more, possibly more violence. So let's go now to that press conference.
Later the afternoon, we have 1 additional that died at the hospital due to his wounds. So that brings us to a total body count of 9 individuals that have been killed here at the shooting at Twin Peaks today. I've spoke with the hospitals in the area, and I've got a decent number that I can give you for the number of injured that were taken there. And that number stands right now as 18 individuals that were transported from the scene here. Most of those had gunshot wounds and stab wounds as well. It's my understanding that 2 of those 18 have been transferred out to other area hospitals due to the severity of their wounds. The hospital management did tell me that the injured that were brought in, most of them had gunshot wounds. Some of them had gunshot wounds and stab wounds as well. What we're doing at this point, the scene is relatively secure as far as the initial crime scene. We are in the process of shutting down the entire Central Texas Marketplace area due to this significant danger from outlaw biker groups coming in. Those of you that don't know, Trooper D.O. Wilson is the PIO for the Texas Department of Public Safety for this area, and he and I will be here for the remainder of the evening trying to get you the information that you need. I can tell you again that at this point we are right now shutting down the entire Central Texas Marketplace. The reason that we're doing that is we don't feel it is safe to keep these businesses open, not only for the businesses but for the patrons that are coming in to shop this Sunday. There have been additional arrests. Some occurred not more than 15 minutes ago of additional biker members that were trying to get into the scene. Those individuals were arrested with weapons, and they are being transported to the county jail as we speak and will be charged with engaging in organized crime. We will not tolerate criminal behavior in reference to what's going on here today. There is a heavy abundance of state, local, county, and federal officers that are coming into our area to assist. And we'll do what we have to do to make Waco safe for our citizens. We feel like at this point this area is becoming much more secure, but we are getting intel that there may be additional biker gang members headed this way. We will deal with them as appropriate if and when they do show up into our area. That's about all I have update-wise at this point. We'll continue the investigation here. I will tell you it will be a slow and tedious process due to the number of killed that are still here on scene. There is a lot of evidence to process, and we're doing that with the assistance of the county officers, DPS, FBI is here, as well as numerous other local, state, and federal organizations that are helping us on this investigation. I'll take a few questions from you, but what I would ask that we'll do that one at a time so we don't have to shout over each other. Yes, sir.
How many arrests on? Do we know yet?
I know at least 3 of the outside guys. I have heard additional arrests as well that have occurred not only at this immediate area, but outside our area also. There are still numerous individuals detained here at the scene of the Twin Peaks. We are in the process of interviewing those individuals, going through numerous motorcycles that are here, trying to discover additional weapons and possibly contraband on those as well. Yes, ma'am.
The gentlemen that were arrested in front of Cabela's a few minutes ago, there were 3 men and they all had weapons. Correct?
That's correct. All 3 of those individuals were carrying weapons. All 3 of those individuals have been arrested and they're now facing engaging in organized crime. We will consider any action that is here that may be criminal in nature. We will immediately take care of that, and we will file the most significant charge on those individuals that we can. This is not something that we're playing around with, and law enforcement is taking this very serious for our community to keep our citizens safe.
Is this one of like the biggest kind of crime scenes Waco's had? I mean, besides obviously the siege.
Yeah, Christy, I think it's fair to say this is a major crime scene. Anytime you have 8 individuals like this that have been killed in a criminal act, it's pretty significant. Hence the reason we have all of the resources. I would tell you that Waco PD could not handle this by ourselves. That is the fortunate aspect of this that we have with the relationship that we have with county, state, and federal officers, is at the drop of a hat they were here. And we have had officers off duty that have been calling, asking to respond to assist if needed. Obviously, this will continue throughout the night, and so we're trying to make sure that we have enough resources to adequately staff shifts. But I will tell you, it's a tremendous outpouring of support from every local law enforcement agency around, and I can't name one because there are so many that are here. We've had them from West, we've had them from Marina, Robinson, Woodway, Hewitt. It's just easier for me to say every local law enforcement agency is called asking what resources they can send to us, and without a doubt it'll be needed.
I have another question. Earlier, maybe about a half hour, 45 minutes ago, we saw that DPS chopper land in the parking lot.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
tell us what was going on with that?
Certainly. I will tell you that we have cleared the airspace around us for the immediate area. The reason we have done that is for safety reasons for our DPS helicopter and other law enforcement helicopters that are here. What you'll see them do is they will land, they'll pick up evidence officers. We are getting evidence from the scene documented, such as pictures, photographs. I will tell you that I personally have been up to the scene. It is a pretty gruesome scene. There is a lot of evidence there to process, which includes dead bodies, shell casings, knives, clubs, and other paraphernalia that is up there as well. So what you see is the helicopters will land, take a different set of evidence techs up, and they're doing everything that they can do to document the scene the best that they can. Anybody else? All right, if you'll stay with me, I'll give you briefs as much as I can. We're just being in an abundance of caution. We're not saying too much about where folks are headed because we want to make sure other facilities are safe and secure here. Again, I would ask that y'all remain with us, as once you leave, it may be difficult for you to get back in if you leave because they are shutting down the entire marketplace area. All right? Thanks, everybody.
And we'll continue to follow this story and have the latest for you at 5:30 on News Channel 25, The Texas Report.
Let's send you back now to that playoff game. We'll see you at 5:30.